Hello, children. How are you all doing? Keeping well and enjoying your life and classes. So, children, in our previous class, we have learned about the habitat and the adaptation in the animals. Children, you all know that different animals they live in habitats like terrestrial, aquatic, aerial, arboreal, etc. The animals have some special features that enable them to survive easily in a particular habitat. Like camels have long padded feet to walk easily in the desert. Fish have streamlined body, fins to swim in water, etc. Now in today's video, we are going to learn how the animals they breathe and about their feeding habits. You all know that all the living things they breathe, and when an animal breathes in oxygen and breathes out carbon dioxide, an exchange of gases takes place, and this process is called as respiration. Animals have different organs for breathing. So, let's learn about the different ways of breathing that takes place in different animals. Insects have small openings on the sides of their body called spiracles, through which they breathe in the air. And this air is pumped into the network of tubes called tracheae and is carried to all the tissues. These tissues take oxygen from the tube and give out the carbon dioxide through the spiracles only. Fish breathe through gills. Since fishes live in water, they cannot take atmospheric oxygen from the air directly. So, children, they take the oxygen dissolved in the water. They possess certain special structure called gills for breathing. Gills are actually red in color because they receive a good supply of blood. Now these gills help in taking oxygen from the water. At the same time, the carbon dioxide present in the blood passes out into the water. Some other aquatic animals like crabs, prawns, tadpoles are some more animals that also breathe through the gills. As frogs are amphibians, that means they are the animals that can live both on land and in water. So they breathe through their moist skin when they are in water, and they breathe through their lungs when they are on land. All mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians breathe through the lungs. In birds, air enters through the holes on their upper part of the beak, and this hole works in breathing in and breathing out the air. Animals have a pair of spongy bags called lungs. When we breathe in lungs, they are filled with air. Now, the body consists of the network of blood vessels, arteries, and veins, and the blood comes to the lungs. The air present and enters through the nostrils. The blood, which is present in the lungs, absorbs oxygen from the air, and then the blood gives out carbon dioxide. The blood carries to different parts of the body, and in this way, the breathing process takes place in animals and in mammals. Different animals have different feeding habits. Some animals they eat the plants and are called as herbivores. Some eat the flesh of other animals, they are called as carnivores. Some animals they eat both plants and animals and are called as omnivores, whereas some eat the flesh of dead animals, and those animals are called as scavengers. The bees and butterflies they suck the nectar of the flowers through a long and thin tube called proboscis. Most of the herbivores like goat, deer, cow, etc., they have sharp front teeth to bite the leaves, grass, soft twigs, etc., and have strong, broad teeth to chew the food well. So, children, you have seen the carnivores like lion, tiger, etc., having sharp, pointed teeth, which they use to tear the flesh, whereas some flesh-eating birds like kite, vulture, hawk, etc., they have strong, sharp, and hooked beaks to tear the flesh, as well as they have sharp, pointed claws called talons to catch and tear their prey. Rodents like rabbit, squirrel, rats, etc. are the animals that have a single pair of continuously growing incisors in each of the upper and lower jaws to gnaw. Gnaw means to bite or nibble the seeds and fruits.